In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how you can list products from LinnWorks onto eBay using LinnLive listing management tool. In a previous video, I've imported a bunch of products into LinnWorks, and I also imported product descriptions and titles, prices, etc., and most importantly, product attributes. And in this specific video, I'm going to go and actually post all those products to eBay. So let's go on to LinnWorks and have a look at the products that I'm going to be listing. So in my inventory, I've got a whole bunch of products that I've imported. So let's go and pick up one of the products. I'm just going to tell you kind of what kind of information we need to have to list products. So of course, basically the minimum information you need is the name of the product, the retail price, and a couple of images. However, I actually extended all this stuff by importing a whole bunch of product descriptions as well in bulk from a CSV file. So we've got different prices for different channels, different titles, and different descriptions for different channels. And those descriptions are HTML sort of formatted descriptions with images inserted onto it with basically an image switch as well in it. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to go and take all these 20 products that I've imported and send them to eBay. All right, so the listing tool is a web application, and it's located on a URL called linnlive2.com. And the first thing you need to do is to log in using your account management details. So let's go ahead and log in. So when you actually post the listings to eBay, first thing you need to do is you need to create eBay configurator. So let's go ahead and do that by clicking on the config button and then eBay configurators. And the configurator itself contains the header information for the listing. Things like which account is going to be listed to, which format of the listing, return policy, payments, shipping information, which categories you're going to be submitting to. And quite an important concept to understand is item specification, which I'm going to demonstrate in this specific video as well. So let's go ahead and create a new configurator, and I'm going to call it toys. So the first thing to do is to specify which eBay account you're going to be listing to and which format of the listing you want to create. So I'm going to pick up one eBay 0 account, that's the only one I've got, and then country is going to be UK. The format of the listing can have auctions or fixed price listing, and then I'm going to say there's going to be 30-day listing. That's pretty much enough information. The next thing to do is to specify a return policy. So we're going to accept returns and put some return policy information in there. And let's specify payment types that we're going to be using. And save the screen. The next thing is to define which shipping methods we're going to be using for those listings. And just by clicking this add shipping service, we can add a shipping service to the list, and we can then define its price, for example 90 and 50 for the additional items. And you know what, let's go and actually define a free shipping service as well. So for other carriers we're going to charge nothing, so there will be free shipping available with it as well. Okay, so once we've done that, click Save, and now we've got this indicator here that shows us that we've got 2 shipping methods defined. The next thing to do is to specify which categories you're going to be listing it to. So in an ideal world, of course, you would have one configurator for one category. However, LinnLive actually allows you to have multiple categories, and at the point of actually submitting a listing to eBay, you can select which category this listing is going to be associated with. So, but for simplicity purposes, we're going to just pick up one category, and I'm going to have a very short video as well that shows you how you can list to multiple categories from the same configurator. So in our case, what we're going to do is we're going to find a category called Disney Cars, and there's only one category, so we're just going to go and click this plus sign to add it to the list, and that's about it. So we've got one category specified. The next thing we need to do is we need to specify item specification for the listing. An item specification basically refers to this bit here. So if we go and look at the live listing on eBay, This bit here is an item specification, and that defines the product even further on eBay, and it adds a lot of information to the search engine, and it makes generally your listing much more appealing to the customer when they look at it, because they've got little sort of tags that further describe the listing, that they have to actually go through the description. And as you can see here, we've got things like brand, and then we've got the name of the brand. So how we do that in LinnLive is like this. So we got the specification window that comes up with all the default specification for the selected category, and in here we can go in and map this specification to the extended property in LinnWorks. So specification name refers to this bit here. For example, brand is a specification name, and extended property refers to extended property of a product in LinnWorks. So if we go and look at a specific product in LinnWorks, let's just go and find something like reindeer. Okay, and in the extended properties, you can see we've got type, attribute, and then the name of the this extended property is color or brand, and it's got basically a value. So what that mapping actually does, it tells LinnLive that when you come to list this product on eBay, it will take the extended property of the product and basically submit it for each specific name. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and remove the things that we don't need, things like subtype. And for brand, we're going to use extended property called brand. So we're just going to double click on this field here, and we're going to go and pick up a brand from this list. And then, for example, if the brand doesn't exist for a specific product that we're listing, we're going to use a default. And since we're listing in the Disney cars, so that's, the brand might be just Disney. And a film character is also going to be in our extended properties. We have a character in there, and then default is going to be cars. So we're going to delete this specific some of the properties we don't want, and what we can also do, we can specify our own item specifications. Again, so let's have a look at a product, and with we have things like material and then color. Also we have things like suitable for, which defines the age of the child that can actually use this product. So what we want to do is we want to go and add those things to the list as well, although they don't actually exist as a default on eBay, so we want to go and create them anyway. So you can go and add this attribute and then map it to an extended property called color, and then let's select and add a new one, suitable for, and we can also go and map it to suitable for. And finally we want to have material, and we will map it to material. And we can also have default properties, such as for example, include batteries, and just by default we'll say yes. Okay, so we've created all this mapping, so when we come to actually list the product on eBay, it will create pretty much the same table, and for brand it will take the extended property of every single product you list from the extended properties, and we'll replace that with that. Okay, let's save this, and now we've got 6 specifications, and the next thing to do is to define HTML template for our listing. So HTML template is pretty much how the listing is going to look like. So you can have your own store design or your listing design, and within that listing design you'll have like a product description. So you use pretty much the same design for all the listings that you send to eBay, and you just change the product description inside that. So I already have one sort of prepared for me by the designer, and this is what it looks like. So we've got the listing logo, we've got some buttons that take us to the shop, and we've got basically tags in here that tells us that this tag has to be replaced with a product listing, and it will happen automatically when you actually post the listing to eBay. And inside there we have product description, which will be taken from basically product itself, and some other information like return payments information. So let's go and have a look, grab the HTML code for this template and just paste it into LinnLive by clicking this HTML button here and just replacing the whole load with the HTML code of our design. So let's click update, and basically that's just what it's going to look like. So we have our template, and then for every single product we're going to replace this bit with the actual description of the product. Okay, once we're ready, just click save. And quite an important thing to do is to make sure that you actually click save changes, because you can make all the changes and then just close the screen and they're not going to get applied. So make sure you click that button there. Alright, so we've got one configurator, and we can use that configurator to start posting listings to eBay. Once we've got our configurator defined, we can go and start posting the listings to eBay. So let's go into our home screen and then click listings. And this screen basically will always be empty. You need to go and search for specific products you want to list. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go and just select a specific category from the inventory and just bring up all the products. And that shows us all the products that we've got in the inventory in this category. And it's got two columns, eBay and Amazon. So as you can see, eBay contains all the zeros there. That's because I haven't actually listed anything. So what we're going to do is to go and pick up all the Disney cars products by selecting it, and then basically what we want to do is to multi-select a whole bunch of products and submit them in one go to eBay. To do that, just hit the control button on your keyboard and just select the products that you want to list. So I want to list this 8 products there. In fact, let's list some more as well. Okay, so once you selected the products you want to list, right click on the eBay column, then create listings, and then select the configurator you want to use for listing those products. So that comes up with a list of all the products you will be listing to eBay, and in here we can actually do some further alterations. For example, we can go and change titles a little bit from what we pulled from LinnWorks. We can go and define the different prices. Also, we can go and just review the specification, and this is basically demonstrates how the item specification mapping actually works. And as you can see, we're going to have brand, and that brand is automatically pulled from product information in LinnWorks. So brand is going to be Mattel, and then TV characters, etc. All this information gets pulled from the actual listing, well, from the inventory description in LinnWorks. Alright, so once you basically verified everything and you register the list, we can do it in 2 ways. We can just basically click create button, and that goes and submits this listing immediately to eBay. As you can see, now it came up with listed. Apologies for the size of my screen. There you go, it says listed, and what we can do is we can go and click this plus sign here, expand the sub menu, and we can see the listing ID, and we can click view listing, and it comes up with eBay live listing, and we can see what it actually looks like on eBay. There you go, that's our item specification that basically got pulled in from the extended properties. We've got our store design, and then those tags that I put in the configurator itself got replaced with the actual information about the product. Okay, it looks pretty good. So as I said, we can list it one by one, or we can do this. We can inverse select and just select everything else on that list. Let's do that again. Okay, and we can click this button called process selected. So what that's going to do is going to take all this listings that I've selected, and it's going to put them in a queue to be listed on eBay. And right up there we've got a little counter that goes and submits all those listings in a batch every 5 minutes, and you can see the submission in there. So while it's sitting in this queue, it's going to say created, and if we go and look at the listing, screen, we can see that they all highlighted in gray, which means that they're in the process of being listed at the moment. So in about 1 minute time, and all those listings will be submitted to eBay. Okay, now LinnLive basically submitted all those listings to eBay, and now we have basically a status saying listed for all those items. Again, we can go and expand that. We can click on View Listing to go and have a look what it looks like on eBay, and there you go. Basically, that's our listing with a little image switch in there as well that I've imported using the data import tool. Yeah, another pretty cool thing is that imagine we made a mistake in the actual template for eBay listing. So for example, we go and look at the product that we just listed and realized, you know what, I didn't put enough information in the payment terms. So what we can do, we can go into eBay configurator and then into the template itself, and then we can just make the changes to the payment information here. So I'm going to just say blah 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 and save that. Jump into the configurators and then save changes, and what I can do, I can go and revise all the associated listings with this template. So just click revise selected. So what that will do is we'll actually go and submit all this and submit the revisions for all the listings that have been created using that template. So if we go and look at this edit selected, as you can see now it's saying that it's gonna go ahead and submit the update that we've just done on the actual configurator to eBay. So let's wait a couple of minutes for this to actually kick in, and we're gonna go and look at the listing on eBay and see how it's changed. Okay, now it's saying that it's completed this operation. Let's go and view this listing. And it's the same. It's the same information, but however, at the bottom here, we're going to say, well, the payment terms will actually say now blah 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 at the bottom. And by the same token, we can go and make the adjustments to, for example, the title. Imagine, for example, I don't really want the brand new to be there. And again, I can make some changes in LinnLive itself. And then all I need to do is to hit update button, and that goes on eBay and revises this listing automatically for me. And now if I look at the actual listing itself, it's got that title changed. Okay, this concludes this demonstration, and thank you for watching.